know if y'all can hear this music real quick, cause I'm trying to fix this.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Got his ass.
Mod. Jesus. Alright, this should fix it, cause I don't know if the music playing.
Did you hear that?
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? I was trying to let the new music fly. Y'all messing with that? Y'all messing with that? I was trying out the new music cause I'm really trying to switch it up now. So one thing I'm gonna do is for all the changes I want to make, it's all gonna be slow. I'm just gonna slowly push out the new changes cause with everything I gotta do now, yo, it's a lot. So we gonna do it. We're gonna change everything slowly. You know, I wanted to start with the music first because I was messing with that when I first heard it. So I'm like, yeah, we gonna use this. But what's good? What's poppin'? Hey, what's up, Flex Mob? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to the Flex Mob Network, your favorite Canadian reaction channel. Happy, what is it, Monday? Today Monday? It's today Monday, right? Yo, happy Monday. It's Monday? Don't F around and tell me it's Tuesday. Okay, it's Monday. All right, cool. Just making sure. The party about anthem exists, damn you, because that was looking my. Oh yeah, damn, that was really earlier. That's crazy. Yeah, I really don't get sleep. So we got a couple videos to get through for today. Okay, bet it's Monday. Yo, happy Monday, bro. Happy Monday, Connor. I hope you're doing good. Boy, whew, I need to wake up. Anybody got some coffee? All right, let's lock in, bro. Let's lock in because we got some videos to get to. So a lot of videos dropped yesterday on Sunday. So I got to make sure we go ahead and catch up with some of the videos that we got, right? That's the wrong one. All right, cool. This one. I want to be on this one for today. Now, all right. I want to go ahead and make this clear from the jump for today's live. We are continuing the Doechii campaign. Okay, we are not stopping. All right? 2026, we are locked in on this Doechii mess. Let's make that clear. Because this will not be tolerated anymore. All right? Boy, yo, my phone is the volume too loud. Calm down. Anyway. We're not done. We're not stopping. We're gonna keep going. Like, remember what I said yesterday? When you drop a $5 or $10 bill on the floor, and you just want to step on it real quick so nobody take it. Yeah, we got our foot on their neck like that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go ahead and make that clear. But I was doing some thinking yesterday because I'm like, okay, with the Rob Markman video that we watched on Saturday. Shout out to everyone that pulled up on Saturday, by the way. But for the Rob Markman video that we watched on Saturday, we kind of got a history and a timeline of Aiden Ross and how he started and how he elevated to the point where he's at today, right? So I'm thinking we kind of got to do the same thing for Doechii. Thing is, though, that timeline is way longer than Aiden Ross's timeline. Doesn't make that clear. So I went ahead and watched the Rapaholics video that he did. It's like over an hour. So I watched it, so I'm like here to let y'all know, hey, Doechii's that one, okay? She been rocking on YouTube for a minute, mind you. YouTube brought her up. YouTube raised her, especially when she was homeless. All right? But I was thinking, because I'm like, there's got to be a reason as to why this Doechii hate is so, like, it's so aggressive. And I found exactly what started this ish, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I found exactly what started this ish, man. This right here started everything. This is the exact reason as to why Doechii is getting all her hate, all right? But let me go ahead and check in with the chat real quick. What's good, Josh? What's good, Shanice? What's good, Tiny? What's good, Noah? What's good, Connor? All right, hope everyone's doing good. Who else we got in here? All right, cool. Now that I'm caught. Oh, Big Sis. I see you, Big Sis. I see you. What's good, Big Sis? Hope everyone's doing good. Welcome back to the Flex Mind Network. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel. Wow, words are hard today. Gee, this Monday is affecting me. But we're still doing what we got to do. Why is it so dark in here, bro? Yo, lock in with the light, bro. Come on. Anyway, so this video is the exact reason as to why all this hate started. So let me go ahead and play this real quick. Let me just hit this record button. All right, let me just play it.
Okay, what's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one. Like, that's not what I put.
You don't listen to Michael Jackson. But okay.
Okay, this is a huge red flag for me.
All right.
You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men, But that's not what I
You
put.
don't listen to Michael Jackson. But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right.
From this moment, this is where all the hate came in. For when she said a straight man is a red flag for her, every dude that had a platform all sat there and said, "Yo, what do you mean fuck me for?" Every dude that had a platform said, "Yo, what do you mean F me for? What'd I do to you?" Like, everybody took offense to what she said here. And I feel like this is where the snowball started for all the hate, because there was hate prior, but it wasn't like super substantial. I feel like the hate was more on the trolling side. But from when she said this, me personally, I think this is where it all started to snowball. And it got to the point where Doechii is or not Doechii, but like Aiden Ross is just like deliberately just like speaking bad about her, talking crazy, like just derogatory, like it's just nasty the way he's talking about her. Yo, enough's enough, by the way, huh? I want to go ahead and make that clear. Enough's enough. We're not taking that no more. But this is where it started for sure. For me personally, this is where it started. So think about how Aiden Ross is and how he moves and he has his chat. And they were to see that, oh nah, it's up from there. It's up from there for real. So with that idea in mind, now we're seeing academics, Joe Budden, the worst person out of all this to step into this realm, because Joe Budden is messy. So I feel like he gonna muddy the waters. And then Whack 100 calling Aiden Ross, and then Aiden Ross is scared for his life now. Like, the Incel army is assembling. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy? I usually stay out the conversation when it comes to, like, incels, red pills, because I have no time of day for these individuals. Because all these people are characters online. Let's make that clear. All right? But the fact that it's spilling over into the music, into hip-hop, where they're discrediting the bars, and they're just looking at what they see and saying, oh, nah, she a piece of shit. Nah, she's a ish. Nah, I hate her. F Doechii. All right, bro, cut it out. Cut it out, because don't let us go call classes Malone, all right? Let's not go ahead and start doing that now. But you got to cut it out. Enough's enough. All right? Nah, that's jokes. Wack got a call from Top Dog. I wouldn't be surprised. Incels don't like women who refuse them. For some reason, they think they're own something for existing. Yeah, that's how it be. What's good, Judy? What's poppin', Judy? How you feeling, Judy? So with that in mind, let's keep going, bro. Let's get the video.
You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men. I'm gonna say no.
Like, I mean, strike one. You're a
man. Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing.
I think you do, Fran.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always go with your gut instinct.
I think you need more sauce.
But yeah, it's the straight men that she finds a red flag, and now enter Aiden Ross and his friends and his community. So that being said, now that we have that idea in the back of our head, we can go ahead and start watching these videos that we have missed the other day. So let's start from yesterday. We got Punch. We got Joe Budden, hit a J3, react to Glass Malone threatening Aiden Ross for dissing Doechii. So we have about 5 videos for today. So it's a hefty amount. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna do what we need to do and get through every single video. Continue the conversation, because we are not stopping. All right. 2026, we stand on business. That's the rule now. That's the rule for 2026. Stand up business. No more fraudulent-ish. We're sick of that. We've been doing that for years. We've been letting the fraudulence like fly by us for a long time. Enough's enough, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. But you know how we start this, right? So let's go ahead and make it happen, shall we? Let's go. Yo, you, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to said channel. As you can see, we got Chicks Move in front of us. We're going to have some fun, continue the conversation like I said, stand on business, say what we need to say, and hope our point gets across, all right? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. And let's go ahead and get started, bro. Let's watch these videos.
Dude, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
This is Chicks Smooth.
Hey, Chicks Move. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Aiden Ross, you are done, buddy. You're cooked. It's over. Now, you know you're a terrible person when you got people from all walks of life basically co-signing you getting your ass beat. Now, over the last couple of years, Aiden Ross has gone from a very quiet, humble streamer, somebody that would check anybody being racist on the stream.
Yeah, nah, bro. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't associate with that, you know?
Yeah, you can't associate with that because you get nervous around your black friends. But the black friends that you're nervous around, they're allowing you to speak like that. Now you're comfortable, and now you're going to speak crazy about everything that you think about. Bro, like we covered from that Rob Markman video, the comfortability that we have allowed and given to this individual is the reason why he's moving and acting like this. Enough's enough.
I mean, dude, I mean, I was from 2019, but I mean, you know.
I know, but
I don't have to offend anybody or anything like that, so, you know.
Yeah, I can't associate around that, you know?
I mean, I understand, dude. I mean, I'm not racist, so, you know, I'm not like, I mean, it was, dude, I make fun of everybody, man, you know? Like, I make fun of, like, I just, like, find that.
Nah, bro, that ain't it.
So now somebody who feels bold enough to give people the N-word pass. And not only that, you guys, the man has now gained enough confidence to blatantly come out and disrespect black people without any remorse. Now, funny enough, you guys, the top 2 streamers right now in the world used to actually fuck with Aiden. Aiden Ross actually co-signed people like Speed and Kai Cenat before they blew up. But once they realized who Aiden Ross actually was behind the scenes, these guys quickly distanced themselves from Aiden Ross and eventually became way bigger than him. Back then, Aiden Ross would never dare disrespect anybody of color. So who knows? Maybe this is who Aiden has been all along, but it's now safe to say that Aiden Ross has officially bit off more than he can chew. After getting pressed by Glasses Malone,
nobody on the West, not Wack, not Big U, not Top Dog, nobody is going to stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do because they know I'm doing the right things. So he could say, hey, G, man, I don't know, this could get you in trouble. The difference with me and most of the people, I got no reason to, I don't give a fuck. Like, even in his fucking thing, he like, you know, I'm just gonna call the police. Police come after crimes, man. So when I slap you up and I do something to you, they coming after. What in the fuck make you think if I'm saying this on this fucking camera, not running? I'll be right there when they show up. I done been to jail for selling drugs, punching on shit, all kind of shit. And I was just fine in there. You think I'm not gonna go to jail proud that I slapped your stupid ass in the face because you keep calling this black lady a bitch?
Everybody is full support behind him. Punch TDE, who runs the label Doechii signed to, he came out and said, yo, I think Doe would actually mop Low Man in a head-up fade. Then he goes on to co-sign what Glasses Malone said to him. Punch said, I understand that people move differently. For me, when it's past internet banter and music competition, I want to engage on the internet, but I share the same sentiments. Now, Joe Budden also co-signed what Glasses Malone said to Aiden Ross. Here's what he said.
Well, before we leave Doechii, I do want to say I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up Homeboy. I am. Sorry.
That don't even sound real coming from Joe. That can sound like some BS that he's just like, yo, I just want to see some mess.
Because I think that's who she was talking to in the song.
Yeah. I didn't know at first.
He was talking to little fuckity fuck.
The more I looked into it, she was directly talking to him. Because he said some wild shit.
Yeah, he said a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, wild shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then it was some back and forth after she put the song out. And I like Glasses Malone saying what he said and hopefully he meant it.
I like men standing up for women.
Yeah.
In them instances.
Yeah, no, it's true. Go Glasses. It's my man. It's my guy.
It's my guy.
Good guy. Good man. All right.
And finally, Kendrick's longtime friend and also TDE affiliate, Hitter J3, he came out co-signing Glasses Malone as well. Hitter said, yo, I'm rocking with Glasses Malone. That's why Aiden got finessed. Niggas think money is everything. Aiden wanna beat Drake so bad. Yeah, we know you're gonna sue. Now, as far as Glasses Malone, he's still standing 10 toes down on what he said. Somebody said to him, you're not going to do anything in real life, especially if you announced it on the internet. We don't believe you. All the internet threats are laughable at this point. Glasses responded back saying, yo, that's your problem now. You can't separate the phonies from the real thing. I'm not playing. Then he says, this isn't about no music. I don't care who cut likes or dislikes. Don't sit your white ass on that stream calling that black lady all them bitches and whores. That's out. Now Glasses also found this video from last week when Aiden Ross was encouraging somebody who was remorseful for using the N-word after he got exposed for using the N-word towards another streamer, Blackboy Max.
This word that I said, first of all, I didn't say this targeted toward you. This wasn't said in any sort of racist connotation. I said this word in an emotional response. I said, fuck all y'all blanks. And it's a fucking mistake, and I'm fucking...
No, dude, don't...
Is that right? Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Is this the reason why the FaZe clan broke up? For the people that don't know about the FaZe clan, that was originally a gamer clan for the top gamers in certain games. But is that right? The FaZe clan broke up? Is that right? Off a dude right here. Hold on a second.
After he got exposed for using the N-word towards another streamer, Blackboy Max.
This word that I said, first of all, I didn't say this targeted toward you. This wasn't said in any sort of racist connotation. I said this word in an emotional response. I said, fuck all y'all blanks. And it's a fucking mistake, and I'm fucking...
No, dude, don't... You're going backwards. Dude, there's nothing wrong with saying that. If you're saying it in a non-racist way...
Yo, shut up! Yo, is that my guy King Hammer in the chat, bro? What's poppin', bro? Hey, it's been a minute. Good seeing you again, dude. But, bro, let me hear that again, because sometimes my ears don't work. You know what I'm saying?
This word in an emotional response. I said, fuck all y'all blanks. And it's a fucking mistake, and I'm fucking...
No, dude, don't... You're going backwards. Dude, there's nothing wrong with saying that. If you're saying it in a non-racist way with your friends... and you're not doing it on stream, and they're okay with you doing that, no, it's not about shut up, Aiden. I don't care, bro. I'm being real with you guys.
Glasses told him, you don't got the right to grant access to that white man, under no circumstance. So, as you guys can see, not only is Glasses still taking a strong stand on his position, but it's being received very...
Yo, bro. Yo, hold on. Who gives you the right to hand out the N-word pass? You're not of this. You're not of this ilk. You not kinfolk. You not skinfolk. Bro, what? I'm just failing to understand why he would say something like that, even though initially you didn't want no parts of that. So you're saying to me, as long as it's not on stream and you're just around with your friends and you want to say F that N-word, you think that's okay because your friend said, oh nah, bro, you good, bro, you cool with it, bro, you don't even worry about it. I know you not racist. Yo, be so for real, bro. Be so for... Do you understand? If I was to hear that, my hand will get heavy. And the ancestors will take over. And by the grace of God, he will move my hand forward to light fire on your right cheek. On your face, by the way. Okay, on your face. Let's make that clear. We don't do that. No, sir. On your face. Understand me? Don't come around here with no pause.
very well, and a lot of people are backing him. So let's see how Aiden Ross does moving forward. Let's see if he actually changes his tune about black women. Hopefully he does come to his senses and realize that money cannot save you in every situation. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Punch, TDE, Joe Budden, and also Hitter J3, all co-signing Glasses Malone beating up Aiden Ross? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
Oh, no, we just getting started, bro. This only the intro. This just the beginning. We got a lot to talk about, bro. We got a good couple videos to get through. So after this one, there's about four more videos. I have a video by Sean C. I want to check out because he's a gamer too. He's a black gamer. If I have time, I would like to see what he says. There's also an FD signifier video out there that I got to get to. So I gotta throw that one on the list. So even though I have 5, it might be 7. But we'll see as we go along which videos I really want to watch and which ones I would skip over. But either way, let's keep going, bro. Because, we are not done this campaign, I'll tell you that. We campaigning this all the way to December. We in January. We just started 2026. We taking this to December, baby. And for more years to come. Let's just keep the consistency within this year. And then continue that consistency throughout the rest of the years. And we going to be all right for real, bro. The community going to be good, but we got to stand on business. The reason why a lot of these things are happening is because we're not standing up for nothing. I understand that we're tired. I understand that being broke puts you in a mindset where it's like, I really just don't give a damn. I got to get this money. And that's rightfully so, but we all got work to do to take care and maintain this boat. And that boat being the culture, that's what it is. That's what it means to take care of your own. I understand all of us got to take care of ourselves, but for us to unify and have a space to stand up, we need to maintain the walls of this culture to make sure that we can continue to stand up for each other, right? So when it comes to situations like this, we really got to stand up for real. If we're not able to do that, well, individuals like Aiden Ross are going to start giving out the N-word pass. Now, do we want that? Because I don't want that. Because as soon as things like that happen, that's like we all look soft. And last time I checked, we're not soft, right? So we got to stand up and stand tall for the culture. That's how I see it. Is that Alex? What's good, Alex? What's poppin'? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, no, like I said, we still got a lot of videos to get to, so we just getting started. We're going to be here for a minute. I guarantee you're probably going to be here for more than 2 hours. I can guarantee y'all that right now for sure. All right, but let's keep going, bro. Let's go into the next Chick Smooth video and see what's up now. All right, off to a good start. I see Chick Smooth changed up his intro. That's new. But either way, we got a 17-minute video by Chick Smooth, so let's go ahead and lock in with this one, shall we? Let's hit that record button, and let's get started. So, apparently Academics wants to join the chat now. Now, Academics, you also are a plague, all right? Because you also been talking crazy about a lot of black women. And we will not stand for that either. But think about it. Because of you and your influence, it's giving others like Aiden Ross to look at you and be like, oh, I mean, he does it. I can do it. That's my friend. We're cool. So, Academics, let me ask you this question. When y'all are not streaming, are you allowing Aiden Ross to talk crazy like that, bruh? I'm just curious. I'm asking for a friend. Yo, shout out to Alex, bruh. Big member. Let's go. That's what we talking about. Love to see it. That rat. But I'm just curious because it's not looking good right now. And if you're going to join a chat and say things like calling out Joe Budden and Glass Malone for attacking Aiden Ross, well, look here, Uncle Ruckus. You gotta be put away too. If we're gonna be real, you need a heavy timeout. No pun intended. So y'all know how we start this, right? Let's go ahead and make it happen, shall we? Let's go. Yo, you, right here in a small box, right here in a small box. Boy, this bright. This like bright. Hold on. Yo, welcome back to the Flex Mind Network. I'm Flex. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, like I said, we're not stopping this. We're gonna keep standing on business and talking our talk and letting the world know we over here in Canada, we hearing what's going on. We not gonna stay quiet because we have a very powerful black culture here too, especially in Toronto. For us to see this and not say something, that's a problem. We're not having that here, right? So let's go ahead and dive in with the video. We got a long video by Chigs. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. And let's go ahead and get started, shall we?
YouTube. Chigs. Get ready. You know what to do, Chigs.
I find him. You know what? I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Oh man, you guys, looks like Aiden Ross.
Hey bro, fix that intro, bro. It's a little messy, but let's keep going.
Wants all the smoke with Joe Budden. Now, after seeing Joe co-sign Glasses Malone yesterday,
I do want to say I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up homeboy. I am.
All right, Tiny. Have a great night. Take care. Sleep well. I hope you have a. I hope you wake up with a nice bright sunshine on your face and nothing but positivity in your heart. We do not support Canada being a 51st state. Yeah, talk about it, Alex. Talk about it. All right, and we're not nosy, Tiff. All right, we part of the culture too.
Yeah, sorry, because I think that's who she was talking to in the song.
Yeah. I didn't know at first.
He was talking to little fuckity fuck.
The more I looked into it, she was directly talking to him. Because he said some wild shit.
Yeah, he said a bunch of bullshit.
Really? Wild shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then there was some back and forth after she put the song out. And I like Glasses Malone saying what he said, and hopefully he meant it.
I like men standing up for women.
Yeah.
In them instances.
Shut the Glasses. Yeah, no, it's true. Go Glasses. It's my man. It's my guy.
It's my guy.
Good guy.
Aiden Ross pulled up to New York. Not sure if this was planned beforehand. I'm sure it was, hopefully. But Aiden Ross told Joe Budden, yo, I'm in your city. I'm in New York. Pull up on me. Now, here's what's funny about this whole thing, you guys. If you're gonna tell somebody to pull up on you and come do something to you, you cannot mention police in the same sentence. Here's what he said to Joe.
So Joe Budden, you're a pussy. Let's link up. You know where I'm at. I got police with me too.
He didn't even go to Gravedigger Mountain when Youngboy told him to, so you can't even take him.
I ain't gonna lie, Joe Budden, I got police with me and I'm in your city.
Oh no, you gotta get punched in your mouth. You gotta get punched, bro. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to provoke people of the culture to come do something to you? Why are you trying to push the envelope like that for? It's like you walk in the line of duality, but that line of duality is a tightrope. You playing with people. Stop playing with people. You think because you hiding them over on this big screen, you think you safe. That's not how that work. That's how that work. Everybody get caught. Everybody get caught. It don't matter who you is. Bro, why are you playing with people for? You asking for it at this point.
Do something to you, you cannot mention police in the same sentence. Here's what he said to Joe.
So Joe Budden, you're a pussy. Let's link up. You know where I'm at. I got police with me too.
He didn't even go to Gravedigger Mountain when Youngboy told him to, so you can't even take him.
I ain't gonna lie, Joe Budden, I got police with me and I'm in your city. What's good? What do you want to do?
Hard. Sham NYC facts.
Joe Budden, you hear that police? They're with me, buddy. Come do something, bro. Fucking old. Your kids.
Yo, bro.
God. Fucking old fart.
Now, first of all, Aiden Ross, I'm sorry, bro. This is the most pussiest shit in the world. I know you got people in your team that you pay to make you feel good about yourself, but telling somebody to pull up and then bragging about having police with you is lame. You're clout chasing, Aiden. If you really wanted to get up with Joe, you could have easily sent that man a DM on Instagram.
Yo, this kid is playing with his life. Bro, we all got phones, bro. The same people that you provoking got phones. Let's start there. You understand? All it takes is, I said it the other day, all it takes is one phone call. That's all it takes. We've all watched the drug shows and the crime shows. All it takes is one phone call to the right one to go do something crazy. All right? I've seen shows, a dude made a phone call and his brethren, his friend, his subordinate goes and get a rocket launcher out in pub. This dude's in public, bro. Dude's in public with a rocket launcher saying, I'm about to take aim, bitch. Like, bro, why are you playing with your life like this? That's what I want to know. Why are you provoking people like this for? I don't care what kind of car you driving or whatever driver that you have for the whip. All it takes is one phone call. This is not a real person, bro. This is not a real person. He absolutely could have hollered at the show while he was in New York, for real. You're in a party on Wednesday. Oh my gosh. PP Karen, can I? Boy, this is ridiculous. And look at this fool. Look at Young Ruckus. Look at Young Ruckus. Look at him. Look at him. Embarrassing.
Asking him to link up with you. And keep in mind, Joe said nothing crazy about Aiden Ross, but because he knows he has police and off-duty cops with him, he now feels untouchable, you guys. Now, before this whole thing started, I told you guys last week, Aiden Ross only feels comfortable talking about black people this way because the man has black people in his pockets that enables him to talk this way. Just like we saw with WAC 100, we're now seeing the same thing with DJ Academics. They're always going to
PP Karen is wild.
To find excuses for Aiden Ross, and one of those excuses is that Aiden Ross is white and he doesn't know any better. Now, last night, Aiden Ross called up DJ Academics to talk about the situation going on. Now, instead of telling Aiden Ross straight up to his face, yo, you were wrong about how you talked about Doechii, Academics goes on to defend Aiden Ross and tells him, bro, these guys don't understand you. You're not racist. As a matter of fact, these guys coming at you are sensitive, Aiden. Then he goes on to call out Glasses Malone for calling the Crips on Aiden Ross. Here's what he said.
Why are you taking up for piss boy Aiden for? That's my question. This piss boy Aiden dude, like, why are you... I could see, this is what happens when money is like... When money is like the end all be all for everybody, bruh. People want to protect themselves and align with certain people so they can continue to get the bag that they get when they work with this individual. Remember, Academics, Aiden Ross, Drake, they have similar deals for ads. Especially Aiden Ross and Drake now. Because of them aligning themselves with the gambling ish. And then at the same time getting that Rico on them. But, bro, like, why? Like, that's why I'm asking, bro. I just don't understand. Why you... This ain't the time for that. You should be able to get your own money on your own. Why you want to align with Aiden? Because we know this about money. This about nothing else but money and network. That's it. But Academics, yo, let me ask you a question, bro. For you to sit in front of your camera with that diaper on, because we know you don't leave your room. For you to sit in front of your camera with that diaper on, you haven't built anything, bro. You don't have a solid network that's going to hold you down when you're on your ones and twos. I'm asking for a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, yo, the amount of times you DoorDash food, bro, you're filling up that diaper egregiously, bro. I feel like see, even then, now that DoorDash has that option to go to the stores and get things for you, I feel like you DoorDashing diapers, you DoorDashing like adult Pampers, so that you can continue to sit on your chair, wear your diaper, and doodle on yourself. Or you can go ahead and pee-pee on yourself. Either one, I don't really care. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't give a damn. You understand me? My point is, you haven't built anything, bro. Why do you need him, knowing that you're you? You see what's going on in front of you. You see that this is wrong. You see the culture is speaking up. And you want to be on this side. My guy, are you dumb? What's wrong with you? The heck? Man, you know what? I feel like I should give this man some diapers.
If it's someone else that says it, and even Glasses Malone said the same thing. He was like, "Oh well, Ack is black." So if Ack said it's no, like it's not that Aiden. Like they were making it seem like you're unfairly or you're just randomly attacking.
Well, I just think they've never seen me come out like Wendy Ortiz or Pokimane. Or I say that.
They're not gonna.
You have back. I say the same words. I called the people I just named dirty bitches before. It's not just
So you just don't like women. When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. This real competition. You might pop ass with them. Huh. Ain't that crazy?
Only calling Doechii a dirty bitch because she's black. They don't see that clip. You're involved in the streaming world, so you see when I come at all these people. You get it.
I know.
They don't see.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I don't only call the black women dirty bitches. I call the women that are dirty bitches dirty bitches. It's not. I don't look at skin and I don't look at color. I don't look at any of that bullshit because
you're right. You look at genders and you like this gender and you hate on this gender. And you stand beside Drake. I mean Iceman. I mean Aubrey. My fault. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get names confused. You know what I'm saying? But now that I see this face, I'm like, ain't that interesting? See, I'm not good at drawing, so I'm not drawing to any conclusions. So let's just get that out the way. I like to scribble. I like to scribble here and there. I consider my scribbling art. I'm not really drawing any conclusions. I can't draw. I don't even own pencil crayons. So if you expect me to draw, good luck, cause I ain't got the facilities to make that happen.
I'm gonna give it a buck, bro. I believe that right now we're this is the truth, bro. Everybody is so divided and everybody makes everything about a background or race or religion. It's like everybody's just so separated. And I don't know, bro. It sucks. And it's funny because I can't speak on this because then, the Jewish man's talking about this shit. But I get it. So I completely understand where the people are. Now, what I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening with gang members is just so corny to me. It really is corny. These are grown men that are
Damn, they really took the bass out your voice. I'll tell you that.
Completely understand where the people are. Now, what I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening with gang members is just so corny to me. It really is corny. These are grown men that are
Bro, you threatening the women that we care about. You threatening the same women that birthed the black men. And you're gonna talk down on the black women that has raised and nurtured us. The reason why there's a culture is because of the black woman, no? The real backbone to the culture that's been holding us down. You speaking on the source. That's what you speaking on. That's what you talking down on. That's what you disrespecting. That's what you talking crazy about. You talking about the source. That's what you going on about. Why are you talking about the source? Who gives you the right to talk about it like that? Who gives you the right to throw around the N-word pass like that? You're not from this. You from way over there. You're not from here. So what kind of time is you really on? The heck? Piss boy Aiden.
Completely understand where the people are. Now, what I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening with gang members is just so corny to me. It really is corny. These are grown men that are grandfathers.
I didn't like that. And by the way, here's the thing.
They got top on the phone.
What I said to Glass, and I said it to, I said, listen,
Hey, Saga. They missed the part that black woman made Drake. Saga, talk about it.
You guys missed an opportunity to bridge some. Again, I agree with Aiden responding and defending himself. Because a lot of times when they get mad at me, they're like, well, why did you say this to so-and-so? When somebody goes 5%, I go 500%. They never see the 5%. They're like, well, why'd you go 5%? So I agree and I defend you for defending yourself. But here's the thing. Everything you're telling me, what I know, which is, you kind of use the same language for all races. They're not gonna use that nuance won't be really brought into. The only thing I would say to you is that, and this is the only part that you have to be cognizant about. There are sensitive groups that would think about they're just sensitive of that.
What does sensitivity has to do with defending our people? There's no bro. I ain't grabbing. I'm not grabbing no. I'm not grabbing nothing. I'm not grabbing no objects because y'all know when I get ticked off, I grab something. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, this is how blind academics is because you see it too. But instead of standing with it, you want to stand against it because standing against things like that, it monetizes you better than standing with it. Being on the outside, but speaking about some nonsense and standing on some business, that's gonna get you monetized better than the average individual. See, that's the game you playing. So you want to align yourself with certain individuals that spew hate, so you can get yourself popping on the internet. That's how you've been doing things. All right, that's why you did the whole war in Chirac things. That was where it began. All right, the internet side and be like, huh? Oh, we like this kid. Who is it? What's his name? Academics? He ain't smart. But my guy, you see the play. You see what's going on. You see what Piss Boy is doing. So instead of standing up for your people, your brothers and sisters, especially your sisters, you want to stand against them. My guy, do you just not like yourself? Because at the end of the day, regardless of the side that you're on, we all got the same skin. Okay, I'll skin the same academics. All right, me, you, we Jamaican. Now I don't know what kind of Jamaican you are. You more Jafacan than Jamaican. But my point is, we got the same skin. All right, regardless of the shade. Okay, academics. So for you to stand against it, bro, what are you doing with yourself? Do you not like us? Do you not like yourself?
That you have to be cognizant about. There are sensitive groups that would think about, like, they're just sensitive of that. Like, black people are sensitive.
Let me ask you a question. If the glasses guy and Joe Buttons, why don't they, if they really love Doechii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they?
They do. I don't even want to answer your question because this is what happens when you feed somebody certain amounts of information, then cut them off from learning anymore. They fed him enough info for him to run around and say these things for his community. Then his community is hearing what he's saying, the limited information that he's getting, and they're thinking that, oh, look at all the people that he's connected with. This gotta make sense. It's coming from him. You're an artificial source with a lack of information. That's very embarrassing.
Ask you a question. If the glasses guy and Joe Buttons, why don't they, if they really love Doechii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they go support her? Why don't they go to her shows? They don't give a fuck. They're using this as a moment to clout chase off it, to create other moments and to create clips. It's the truth. It's the truth. If they really gave a fuck, then how come they're not consistent with what they do, what they speak about, and what they preach? Straight up.
So it's interesting because Joe, like myself, kind of like put out the same thoughts that we kind of thought she was an industry plan. But I think he reverted to, oh, I'm in protect black women mode when you spoke, and it's because there's this like inclination that they're like, well, this guy's racist, so let's change it because Joe and Doechii don't get along either. I don't know if you know. They're not like, what? Whatever you said about Doechii.
They're using siding with her. That's not even a side. They're using creating this hit piece against me because they're seeing how much, bro, it's all over Twitter. It's like so big. It's such a popular thing. Why don't these people stream her music? Why are they not streaming her music then? Listen, if you have a big issue and you want to support, you know, your people, you know, that you fuck with, why not stream her music? Why don't we even talk about how much of a shit musician she is? Why? Because they understand that she's a shit musician and she's an industry plant and it's insecurity at the end of the day. She's even talking about it in a song with SZA. So we know it's true, right? We know it's true, and I'm not going to back down on that. And now when people want to threaten my life and stuff, I really wish they would, bro. I walk around 4 security guards. I'm about to upgrade to Mossad at this point with police. I really wish somebody's head will get fucking one-tapped. I really, like, dude, I'm not here to attack anybody.
And by the way, I also said that too. I think there's, you know, there's so much like conversation I feel like are going past like the intended people. I also said to Glasses, I'm like, listen, when you suggest, if you suggest violence onto Aiden, make sure you're doing it yourself. Because if you go suggest some young kid to go listen to you and try to do something dumb, especially to Aiden in public, you move correct, as you should. You're gonna set somebody up to go get their shit split. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you put that out? And most of the times, those are CTAs. That's a call to action. You're not gonna do it. This whole idea of, oh, I'm gonna, okay, yeah, he has a boxing match. Try it. You're not gonna come there. You're not gonna go do nothing. So don't put that out
I'll
in the
have
air.
the police pull up so quick and put them in cuffs faster than anything, and then I assume
the police are there. What do you mean?
After the crime. They say the police come. His dumb ass. The police come after the crime. No, motherfucker. If you threaten me and pull up on my property, I'm gonna get you fucking arrested. Like, I don't care. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, because people don't understand. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. If you live in a state where it's stand your ground, and I think that people are threatening. I've had threats online, and I see them. I'm allowed to have my security take action to defend me. So if you threaten me online in a vivid threat, saying you're gonna kill me or you're gonna do this to me or you're gonna get me beat up, that's a threat. That's a threat. And I've already contacted police about that. I'm not a street rapper. Why don't these guys go slide on their fucking ops, go slide for their people, and go after their ops? Don't worry about me, the little Jewish streamer kid. Let me do my own shit. You got nothing to worry about. These motherfuckers and real gangsters move in silence. You know, that's what somebody told me.
No. Well, I do agree. I feel like if they were going to do something, they wouldn't announce it. But I would say this. I feel like there's an opportunity miss. I feel like he was trying to convey that, hey, listen, you know, some people might find... Again, I'm with you, because I know how you talk about everybody. The same way you talk about me is the same way you would talk about, you know, like... any other friend, like this, yo, when you say yo, you fat piece of shit, like you say the same thing to a white guy who's a fat piece of shit. It's the same thing.
Thank you.
Look,
wait, hold on, I want to, because I'm in your chat. Like, again, for people that don't understand, she talked about me first. This trash. Nobody cared about the Doechii is trash meme. Everyone was saying that back then. I'm not the only person saying Doechii was trash a year ago. Everybody was on that train. She dissed me recently.
So you're on that train too, right? Boy, you talking about she dissed you first. Bro, you're a grown-ass man talking about she dissed me first.
The song, and for those of you saying, oh, it wasn't about you, Aiden, it was. Because all these publicists, Act knows this, all these agencies, Complex gets paid by these people to push a hit piece. Complex posted something with my face on it. They obviously knew what it was about. So their management had that hit piece done. So she stirred the pot back up. I called her a dirty bitch. I call every girl that had a problem with a dirty bitch. I'm not giving her extra cookie points. Everybody that I don't fuck with, I'm going to be on the same rant. And if you know, you know. If not, you don't.
And by the way, also, here's the thing, too. And it's so interesting. Like, so from that realm, the Kendrick Lamar, TDE, like PG Lang realm, how everybody started, and this is why I agree with you. I do believe that
it's recency bias.
They ceded that to the media because they did that with Andrew Schultz. When Andrew Schultz had commented something about Kendrick, and they're like, look, this white man is saying that people should R-word Kendrick. And I was like, wait, like, that was clearly a joke, but like, wait, are we like, seriously?
You can't joke about grape!
And they're like, look, this white man is saying that people should R-word Kendrick. And I was like, wait, like, that was clearly a joke, but like, wait, are we like seriously gonna like just make this a thing? So obviously that's what it is. But again, I really hate that it went to the point where he started kind of like, you know, dog whistling to say, oh, Crips. Like, we're like, that was so stupid. And he's a smart guy.
This is cringe, bro.
He's a smart guy, but like,
corny,
I can't believe he went to that. And by the way, even to Joe, and Joe's my guy. Like, I did a show with him for like one of the best shows, really the best show in hip hop ever. Like, Joe's above that too. And I'm not gonna ever say they're pandering because you know these are authentic black people who
They are though. No, they are. They don't. Listen, if they really cared about, you know, the community and stuff like that, why don't you ever see these guys giving back to where they're from? Why do you never see them helping people out? Why do you only see you know, charges of them beating their women, of them doing really fucked up shit and getting...
All right, Connor, take care. Enjoy your ski trip.
...away with it? It's like, that's not true. Like, I feel like we shouldn't give them the, oh, you know what, this. It's like, they don't give a fuck. If they really gave a fuck, and this wasn't for clips and views, how come none of them tried to hit me off street about it? How come nobody tried to, you know, Whack did. Whack like, yo, I'm gonna talk.
Nobody wants to talk to you. You're not that guy. Bro, you made your career sitting down playing video games. You can never be this. You can never be a part of this. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to hear from you. So why you want to go around talking about black women for? We don't like you like that. Go play your video game. Go gamble your money away.
Talk to Aiden. I'm gonna try to, you know, figure some out. He did. But my whole point was, it's like,
this is what I'm trying to bridge the gap, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, I think also your name. Like when I listen to Joe speak about you,
all right, man, get to bed, bro. Get to bed. Enjoy school tomorrow.
Slightly a little bit disappointed. It feels like he doesn't care. Like he's talked about you quite a bit, but he talks about you like he used to talk about Vlad, where it's like, oh, I don't care to ever engage with him, but I'm gonna keep talking about him. You shouldn't. Like I've always said this: if you're not willing to talk to me, nothing I do should ever affect you. You should be like, all right, I'm gonna just X him out of my orbit, and I'm not gonna even deal with him. And the idea of not being willing to engage with somebody but keep talking about him, at a point it kind of feels like you're just trying to use this person as the, you know, this is the dartboard of everything you're mad about, or you're trying to make other people feel good that you're making a stance about something. You know what I'm saying? He's rolling with cops. Let me tell you how me and him went to the NBA YoungBoy concert. And I told him to come light. He booked a private jet. He had 3 off-duty cops bring him from the private jet airport to the YoungBoy show. Nigga, they call the arena. Yo, there's somebody that's landed at the airport. They're getting a police escort. Are y'all expecting this guy? They came to me. It's on stream. They said there's only 2 people that's ever landed at this damn private jet. The nigga is spending a wild amount of money. He's coming with mad police, and then he's coming with 8 security guards that are armed. So if y'all are saying y'all gonna do something to him, you do it. Don't tell somebody else to get their head knocked off. Because here's the thing too, I think gangsters keep thinking that, yo, they could just bully everybody else. I'm gonna be honest with you, whoever Glasses is talking to, you're probably gonna get your head knocked off messing with Aiden. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wherever you think you're gonna see him, if you see him in public, you're probably gonna get your head knocked off. So I'm not over here thinking like, oh my God, y'all are threatening Aiden. No, I'm thinking, why the fuck would you get online and say you're gonna do something to the guy who has a fucking security detail of 12 people with 3 off-duty cops and gets police escort to everywhere? Now they're looking at, if you see Glasses Malone, and I hope y'all understand this, if they see Glasses Malone, the police officers with him, who's now saying, when I see you, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. They're calling the battalion, and if you do something, they'll blow your head off. What are you talking about?
Now, this is absolutely wild, you guys. Let's be honest here. Aiden Ross knows he's white, and
I never felt so much hatred before in my life. Let's just get that out the way. The way that they will take a situation and they will flip it in their favor to twist the whole conversation, that aggravates my spirit. That is a disgusting level of just hate. Like, for a black woman, bro? This how y'all want to move? You trying anything and everything to defend yourselves, to justify everything y'all were saying. You can't sit in front of your computer. You can't sit in front of a camera and think you can say whatever you want to say without zero repercussions. That's not how life work. Karma gonna kick y'all.
He uses his privilege to not be held accountable for his actions. Aiden Ross is a grown-ass man, and he knows exactly what he's doing. The man is 25 years old. I believe he started streaming when he was 18, 19 years old. And back then, he knew right from wrong. He knew if somebody was trying to be racist on the stream. He knows all these things. But now that he's rich, he feels like he cannot be held accountable. If this was Peter Rosenberg that was spewing all this hate on black women, I think we would see a totally different tone from academics. Now, maybe it's just me, you guys, but I feel like as somebody that's covered hip-hop for 10 plus years, academics should be telling Aiden Ross, bro, relax, you gotta chill. There's a lot of street guys out there that do not care if you got cops with you, bodyguards. If they want to hurt you, they will find you. It doesn't have to be now. It could be 2-3 years down the line. Just like Tekashi 6ix9ine thought he was untouchable, we saw him get tried multiple times with security guards.
Until that fateful day. What was it, LA Fitness? Was that the LA Fitness or the Planet Fitness where they got 6ix9ine? Man, I'd never forget that day. I had to go pop popcorn to go watch that video. I had that video on repeat for about 10 minutes, just sitting there eating popcorn. I'm like, look at God. Look at God. Because, bro, it's not going to be now. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be next week, a month, a year from now. You never know when you going to get it. But you gonna get it. That's how it goes, bro. You can't run from this. You can't tip the scales in your favor and don't think the universe gonna correct it. Are you crazy? Forget glasses. Bro, you talking wild. That's it. Like, yo, you can't talk like that and think it's gonna be sweet. Here come academics running to come defend you now. Just like freaking Whack 100 talking about nephew. There's no nephew. Let me not get angry because I really got points. I gotta drive home, so.
Around him, and also years down the line when he had nobody to protect him. You are not going to have 24/7 police protection for the rest of your life. At a certain point, you're not going to be moving like this. And one thing about beefing with street guys is that these guys never forget. Listen, I get it. Aiden Ross is your homie. But with somebody being your homie, you also gotta be honest with them and tell them when they're wrong. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Aiden Ross pulling up in New York and looking for Joe? And also, what do you guys make of academics defending them? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
I think I fixed the echo problem, but just... All right, think about it like this. Say everything that's happening about this whole situation, talking down on Doechii, disrespecting Doechii. Say that with everything that we're saying and everything that we're doing, nothing happens. With all the things that we've been saying throughout YouTube, all the creators standing up and speaking out, saying something to kind of help push the conversation forward, to kind of help make sure that we correct the things that we've been letting go wrong. Say we've all been talking and nothing happens. It's going to get worse. Meaning everything that was originally attached to this, all of it is going to get worse. What Aiden is saying is going to get worse. What Glasses said doesn't even have to be Glasses. It could be somebody else. It's going to get worse. You can preach and say that you're going to have the police on speed dial. They're going to come immediately to stop crime. You can say whatever and whatever you want. It's going to get worse. So you better hope this don't blow by. You better hope this ends somewhere. Because if this continues and you continue to say something and talk crazy, not just about Doechii, any other black woman, Any woman in general, to be honest. Because you never know. It's going to get worse. If you don't know how to keep your mouth shut, somebody is going to come to you. That's it. That's all it is. You better apologize. You better do something now. Because if you don't do it now, it's going to get worse. And honestly, this situation, an apology is not even going to be close to being enough because of how crazy you've been talking about Doechii. We don't see you. We don't see you do nothing but talk down on Doechii. Forget the other women. I don't care about no Pokimane. I'm not a fan of no Pokimane. I don't sit down and watch video game streamers like that. I ain't got no time to watch somebody play a video game when I'm capable of doing it myself. Yeah, what I want to do that for? But you don't sit down and talk about Doechii, bruh. Because that's a representation that the world needs to see. And you want to come and step on that. Bro, we haven't, like, think about it like this. With Doechii and the kind of talent that she has, coming from a dark-skinned woman, I made the realization the other day, we haven't seen this kind of rapping capabilities, this kind of energy that comes from a dark-skinned woman like that. Shoot. That has the theatrics and all the entertainment, the stage performance, the characters, everything. We haven't seen that since maybe like Missy Elliott. Like Nissan Altima, that whole song is giving like Missy Elliott vibes. If I'm going to be super real. But we need that representation for black people in music, for women in music. And for you to come and step on a legacy that's going to happen. It's just absolutely disrespectful to the culture. So, it's not necessarily about the violence. A lot of us do want to see the violence. But it's you understanding what you're doing is wrong. But it's gotten so far that you won't even care to notice that you're doing something wrong. That's why it's escalating to violence. Because you keep running your mouth. That's why I come here now. Why do you continue to do this? That's my question. Bro, you got to stop doing what you're doing, bro. Because I'm telling you, it's going to get worse. Situation aggravates my spirit, bro. Wasn't Drake's bodyguard shot? Okay, Saga, to be fair, though, that was an OVO and EXO ordeal. That had nothing to do with, like, Kendrick or nothing like that. So that situation's a little different, if we're going to be super honest, right? But this right here, remember, all it takes is one phone call, bro. That's all it takes. Pokemon fitting is wild. Queen Latifah, MC Light, The Brat. Yeah, you got it. What did you miss? J-Tom, you missed a lot. You missed a lot, bro. Bro, honestly, I'm kind of glad you joined in now, because if you would have heard the conversation Academics and Aiden Ross had, oh, you would have been mad as hell. I'll tell you that. My final thoughts is you got to cut it out. There's a lot that you got to do to correct this, because an apology is never going to be enough for a situation like this. You can't call a beautiful dark-skinned woman a dirty ish, bro. You can't do that. That's a maximum level violation of the first degree. You don't do that. You don't do that. You asking for wolves at your front door at that point. You don't do that. You don't call no black woman no piece of, so POS. Some piece of ish. You don't do that. You're the reason all of this is getting to this point. Because you won't stop talking. And don't come here talking about you say it about other women. That don't help it. That makes it worse. It just looks like you hate women. 25-year-old grown man on a stream talking about how much he hate women and then getting other people to join in on the conversation like it's cool. That's why it's gotten to this level. 25-year-old man trying to give out the N-word pass when you're not even black. Trying to give out the N-word pass. You're not from this. Out here disrespecting the source. Bro, what are you doing? Man, let's move on to the next video before I put a hole in the wall, bro. You didn't just get dumped. Don't kill me. Oh, hell, exactly, J. Tom. Hell nah. Man, let me find another video before I just... Man, that whole video just wanted me to put a bunch of holes in the wall, bro. Like, the way I be looking at the wall funny nowadays, I really be scared for it. Like, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. I promise. Not really, but I'm gonna try. FD signifier, bro. Because I know he dropped the video. I was gonna watch the Wayno video, but nah, we don't. Not this one. Not this time. Hold on. FD signifier. Don't worry. I'm going to find it. Don't you worry. I know it's in Discord, but I want to see if I can find it now. If I can't find it now, then I'm just going to go get it in Discord. All right. Let me go get it in Discord. Everybody good? Everybody doing all right? Because I know this is a lot right here. This is heavy. I felt like I should have gave a trigger warning because this ain't no joke. Because this kind of hearing this kind of nonsense, this triggers me. I get triggered hearing this, bro. I get angry when I hear this, bro. Bro, I got the same skin color Doechii got. I don't need to be hearing this in 2026. It's like we're going backwards in time. We're not going forwards in time. This ain't a good look, man. I'm telling you. I don't need to be aggravated like this. Why? For what reason? We don't need none of this hate, bro. It's not good. All this hate is not good for real. Hold on. Let me go get this link real quick. I want to make sure I watch this video too because this video is important. I think it was Anthony that sent it. Shout out Ant, by the way. Can't sit here and talk down about black women like that and think you can get away with it as a white dude. You can't do that, bro. Can't do that. You got to understand that you're wrong. And every kind of way in this situation, you're wrong. It doesn't matter how you want to describe this. It doesn't matter how you want to talk about this. You're wrong. Ugh. Nobody's holding him accountable at all, J. Tom. I'm telling you. Academics is one of the reasons why Aiden has a pass. Let's just say that. There's other people out there giving him a pass too. Anyway, we got FD Signifier. We're going to go to his other channel, FD Streams. I don't condone violence, but let's go ahead and lock in with this one, bro. Y'all know how we start this, right? So let's go ahead and make it happen, shall we? Let's go. Yo, you, right here. In the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Like, look what we doing, man. Look what we doing. And then people saying, oh, nah, it's okay. It's cool. He's just joking. He's not serious when he says it. Really? Because that bass in your voice says otherwise when he be talking crazy. Oh, he's not serious, but you speaking very sternly for a grown man. Let's dive in with the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. Let's get started, bro.
This shit right here obviously got me to sit down and turn the camera on. Unkside chats. I like that. We might brand that. So let's talk about it. So this is Aiden Ross in the top upper left. This is Doechii in the top upper right. And the bottom left is Glasses Malone. And the bottom right is Trap Bradshaw. I'm not familiar with Trap Bradshaw. I'm familiar with Glasses Malone because he's a rapper, West Coast cat. And I actually just did a Culture United with him a couple of weeks ago with Justin Hunt. Shout out to Justin Hunt. It was me, Justin Hunt. It was some young sister, I don't recall her name right now, but she was great. A couple of other folks. It was a good time. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about Diddy. We talked about hip hop, red pill, etc. And I ain't gonna front. There were some moments where Glasses Malone said some things I was like, but I make it a point to try not to overly intellectualize the sensibilities of dudes really from the streets. Does that make sense? I have been very lucky to have a certain disposition in life, a certain experience. I didn't grow up on the south side of Chicago. I didn't grow up in the Wild Hundreds. I didn't grow up on Old Block. I grew up in the south suburbs. They ain't like normal suburbs in other places around the country, but it ain't Compton. It ain't the SWATs of Atlanta, etc. And because of that, and then I went back, and most of my adult life have in some capacity worked in the streets, right? If I wasn't teaching in high needs, low income communities, I was a social worker, whatever. And I learned early on that I don't care, I always pull in my books. I don't care how much Frank B. Wilkerson, whatever books I got down here, I thought I had George Jackson down here. I don't care how many books you read in your academic or intellectual study, the truest radicals are always gonna end up being the people closest to the struggle. And while I would love if every hardcore street dude had minimum intersectional feminism 101, black radical thought 202, Marxist leftist theory 303. If we could get a primer on all of those to every nigga in the street across the country, we fix all the problems in 6 months. That would be nice. But that's not a real practical praxis thing. So the thing I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna always be careful about, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do it, that's not being honest. The thing I'm always gonna be hesitant to do is to browbeat lecture leftist theory to real street dudes with certain codes that I don't even have to understand. So Glasses was saying stuff and I was like, that's real on a lot of levels. I'll fuck with dudes' energy. I wish, all these high-minded leftist things, but there's so much value in what's being said here in a practical sense. And so I really appreciated his presence on the pod that night. And I appreciate it because I was like, man, here's where on one end I was like, and on the other end I was like, I feel you. We were talking about Diddy, and Glasses is basically like, the problem with Diddy is that didn't nobody fuck Diddy up early in the game. That people close to Diddy should have fucked Diddy up. Now, I found that to be overly simplified, and I talked about it that night, right? But there's a truth to what he's saying. The problem with that framework is the streets are so compromised that whatever code you think should exist or does exist in the streets, if you pay enough money, that code disappears. And that's just historically accurate. And that's every street, everywhere, forever. That's the Italian mafia. That's the Japanese Yakuza. That's whatever they got in India, Malaysia, South Africa. The streets end up responding to...
Is your name really Nintendo? What's good, bro? How you feeling?
Money before anything, because the nature of the streets is lack and exploitation and surviving. But fundamentally, that is correct. If somebody would have seen some shit Diddy was doing early in the game, smacked fire out of Diddy, and took away his ability to do what he was doing, he wouldn't have been able to do what he did for as long as he did it. Fundamentally, I agree with Glasses. So put a pin there for a second. That's Glasses Malone's disposition. You might have to slap motherfuckers that don't act right. So pulling back, Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit streamer. Somebody said chat, is he the most popular? Was he the most streamed person this year? If he's not the most, he was like top 5. It's probably Kai, you right. Kai, then Speed. He's in that top tier of streamer people. And he's this true piece of shit. Epitome of shitty internet dudes is Aiden Ross. For whatever reason, I guess because he's also connected to academics and like that whole area of streamer guys. He has targeted Doechii for well over a year now. It seemingly has been enough that Doechii sent a subliminal shot to Aiden Ross in this new song. I'm gonna play it real quick.
All that industry plant shit whack. I see it on the blogs. I see you in the chats. You suck every rap nigga deep from the back. But what's the agenda when that it girl black?
So many people see that as an Aiden Ross subliminal, right? You know, I see y'all hating in the chat because Aiden Ross, along with the academics type people, you know, they say,
oh, Doechii's an industry plant.
You know, all these things, whatever. And they've been sowing like the Doechii hate. Let's not act like we didn't see it, right? This year started on a lot of weird, trumped up Doechii hate. Weird Doechii hate that I did not get because people, and it's really people who just not locked into certain aspects of hip hop too tough. Because Doechii's been around. I've said this for years. I am a day one Doechii fan. Yucky Blucky Fruitcake or whatever that weird song name is. That's like 2019. That's like 2020. She was on the Madden 23 soundtrack.
Y'all calling me crazy? When a bitch spins up like rabies?
So this didn't come from nowhere. She's been hot for a second. She was an underground hype.
Just go to her YouTube page. Nintendo FD is your favorite YouTuber? Love to see it, bro. You're in the right spot too, by the way. Tap in. Bro, just go to her YouTube page and start scrolling. Go to her official YouTube page, start scrolling. Her career started way before all this, bro. When she used to do them little vlogs and all that, throw a little song here and there. She been doing this.
If I could use an updated term. She was an unsigned hype figure. And so when she blew up as a dark-skinned black woman in hip-hop, the first to blow up in forever, to keep it a buck, the first to blow up since Lauren? Has there been a truly dark-skinned black woman in hip-hop to blow between Doechii and Missy? Let me know in the chat. I'm sure I'm forgetting. Mona Leo. I don't know who that is. Oh. My bad. I don't know who that is. Flo Milli, like, so I'm talking about blow.
That's crazy that you said that. Flo Milli, for that sound of music, Flo Milli did what she's doing what she's doing because she ain't done. But she hasn't blown up like that. We're talking international, okay? That's why I said Missy Elliott, and that's why, hey, I remember I said Missy Elliott the last video. FD saying Missy Elliott too. So I know I'm on the right page. Speaking about dark-skinned black female rapper. Since Missy? Bruh, come on, bruh. But look, I've been listening to Flo Milli for a bit. Like, she got bops, but the bops are for TikTok. TikTok doesn't equate to international success. That's online success. Online, you're already touching the international stage, but we're talking in the physical, not the digital. So you got to consider that point. Flo Milli is good. She's nowhere near this.
Flo Milli she had a moment. Tierra Whack came close, you're right. No Name came close, but none of them, like, no, y'all missing me. And maybe it's because I'm thinking of it through a different lens that's older. Doechii is a superstar right now. It's not like, oh, this is new dope. Meg I'll give you maybe, but Meg is a little bit lighter. Meg is a shade lighter, you know, but now we're going to have to get into a weird area. But y'all get my point. My point is there's a lot of improbability.
You're right about Lauryn Hill. You're right about Lauryn Hill. I'm trying to see if I can find anything, but I can't really find anything. You're right about Lauryn Hill.
About Doechii blowing up, but Doechii blowing up is still a big deal, and she earned that shit. And so Aiden and the whole, you know, quasi OVO connected community, Aiden's been talking shit for well over a year, along with the rest of them. Because that could have easily been towards academics. That could have easily been towards DJ Vlad, probably. You know? Aiden Ross takes that and does this bullshit. I don't know who these motherfuckers are. I don't know who this.
Y'all first time seeing.
I don't know who this nigga is. I don't know who this nigga is. I don't know who none of these niggas is around Aiden Ross.
Hey, Nintendo, that's a good point, though. That is a really good point. She was plus size, and that was not a good look in the industry back then, especially back then. And she still did what she needed to do. And then when she lost the weight, oh, no, she went crazy.
At some point in time, I'm not even gonna play it. We're gonna leave it alone. At some point in time, Aiden Ross, Takeshi 6ix9ine, Cuff'em, whoever that is, you know, some other random young coons do a song with Aiden Ross dissing Doechii. So we got Jewish neo-Nazi, some cool niggas, and a Mexican pedophile dissing Doechii. Bunch of bums. Thank you, Pink Doechii. And so they released this diss track, and it's all funny. It's all fun and game, right? Within 24 hours, coming back to what I was just talking about with Glasses Malone and the revolutionary potential of street niggas. Within 24 hours, this is Glasses Loke on his stream.
Talking shit about Doechii. There's no way you gonna think this cool. There's no way you think this gonna be cool.
You can't do that.
You thinking you popping and talking shit about that sister, I'm gonna fuck what she said in that art. You keep calling her names, bro. I swear to God on Olivia, bro. It's going to come to a place where that's like, it's permanent. You can't take that off. AD let you get away with it the first time. He should have fucked you around and he didn't. Niggas keep letting you get it off because they want to be cool with you. It's one thing to say, hey man, you know what? That lady ain't said your name, so you assuming it, you finna start calling her out her name. I'm telling you right now, 7th Street Crib, nigga not going for that.
So I wanna skip to the end a little bit.
No, but you think you finna sit on that stream. I saw you do that little thing with that black dude, and that black dude tried to be cool and tell you, but that black dude is gonna have a problem. You think it's gonna be your problem. Y'all better start checking these motherfucking crackers for saying all this shit about niggas, man. That shit ain't happening. Don't let these people sit up there and publicly talk bad about a sister. Cool, go on the booth, make your songs. That's cool, that's art. Don't think you finna sit on that stream and just be talking about that black woman like that. That shit is not happening, bro. That's cool, diss her. Don't get on that motherfucking thing and think we supposed to let you just keep talking shit about this black lady. No chance.
At some point he says, and this is where it gets interesting to me. He says, I don't even know where he's at. He says, I'm gonna press the niggas around them because I know them niggas and I know where they're at. And he's talking about this it's not a modern phenomenon if I want to keep it real, but it's reached heights that like are obscene, where people like Aiden Ross, DJ Vlad, Adam 22, Trap Lord Ross, these white folks get into black spaces and they have no decorum. And this is why, going back to what I said on the stream yesterday, for those who missed it, it'll be a video out about it. This is why I don't really take the white people in hip hop bad conversation seriously, because the only people that meaningfully have that conversation are usually in community with the best white people in hip hop spaces. Because the worst crackers in hip hop are immune because they're protected by the worst niggas in hip hop. I'm gonna say that again. The worst white people involved in hip-hop media and hip-hop music production and hip-hop anything are shielded and protected by the worst niggas possible that they keep cross-pollinating. Nobody wants to move these motherfuckers off the board. And then when Anthony Fantano doesn't like a rap album, niggas want to get the righteous niggas.
What's poppin', Raina? How you feeling? Welcome back.
To be like, why don't check Anthony Fantano? Like, look, we ain't at that point right now. And don't get me wrong, there's always discussions to have around white people and black people business, period. I want to be clear on that. But we got to start from the bottom. And the bottom is right here. 20-year-old white streamers, Jewish neo-Nazis, doing the most racist shit with impunity and their legion of protective layers. Yeah, and there's my new thing, right? So I'm not gonna say his name. But there's a particular streamer figure that runs in these circles that tries to both sides shit, and I don't like that shit. I don't like it. I don't like the fact, like, I don't like none of these protective layer niggas who run with these overtly racist, actively racist streamer people. I saw this person's video this morning when I was trying to get to the bottom of this, and I was like, I know you're not talking.
He's gotta be talking about academics. That's the only person. And we just heard what academics said. What is dumb ass? So
I know you not talking. I'm not gonna say it. Please stop guessing in the chat. Don't do no guessing in the chat. Cause real talk, it's probably like 4 or 5 of them. But in particular, and I was like, y'all niggas ain't been on code this whole time because you're getting paid. Because there's clout for that. And the funniest thing is, I'm not gonna even find this either. Immediately when Aiden Ross sees this, he calls Whack 100, and that broke my heart. And don't get me wrong, Whack 100 has been who he is for a while now. What is there to say? What is there to say? The reason why I wanted to talk about it is because I want to celebrate what Glasses is presenting here. Because I don't think, I may be wrong, but I gotta believe that there's still some sense of a code with folks really in that world around this shit right here. Because I guarantee you, whoever cuffing...
Yo, get dude out of here. I don't care for your music right now, bro. How you gonna come in here and not even say hi, not even pay attention to what we listening to? You think I'm gonna care about your music right now? With what's going on in the culture? Hell no, get dude out of here, bro. I ain't got no time for this. Cause y'all know me. This got me heated. This whole conversation got me heated. I'm just gonna let this video fly, so I'm gonna start talking.
Is I guarantee you Cuff'em is not from those streets. And it used to be where you had to engage with certain figures in certain lifestyles to move freely through the hip hop and entertainment industry. And I'm sure there's a capacity for that again. And I don't want people to get dangled out of windows, but there has to be a thing where we aren't allowing the Aiden Rosses of the world to call up pocket coon, give me a word. I can say coons, actually. We can say coons, we can't say saltines. But there has to be a world where these streamers can't call up their pocket coons to protect them, to defend them from...
They got the power that they have from the idiots that the industry's using. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes in the industry, they're puppets. These guys are puppets. They're throwing these puppets over here and saying, go do what you got to do to promote your music. But remember the first day when we talked about this, when we were talking about all this news? Bro, when it comes to a rapper on a platform with Aiden Ross, just look at this for a second. You got a rapper on this side and Aiden Ross on this side. The rapper's trying to promote his music, right? So think about it like this. Rapper trying to promote his music, he's here. This is the level of fame and clout that he has. By him being on Aiden Ross's platform, that makes Aiden Ross go up in numbers like crazy. It's basically the streamer. When the rapper comes on the stream, the streamer is getting more clout than the rapper. The rapper assumes that, oh, with all these people here, they're going to go stream my music. But we already talked about streams and how useless that is. You need the physical sales. You don't need the streams. So the industry is literally throwing y'all over here to give the rappers power over to the streamer. That's why a lot of streamers got clout like rappers. Because they be around those same artists thinking, oh, this person's that guy. I could never be him. Bro, you're taking their superpowers like it's Space Jam. You're getting the clout. That's why a lot of streamers move like rappers. Because they're getting the clout from the same rappers that be putting up to their platforms to push them. Now take that and apply it to Aiden Ross and look at how many rappers he had on his platform. Those same dudes that have no idea about the music industry that got used like real life sock puppets are the same reason why Aiden Ross is moving the way he's moving today. You don't need to be on a stream. Rappers don't need to be on a stream. Artists don't need to be on a stream. Y'all don't need that. All you got to do is figure out a way to sell to your community. That's it. Streaming is cool, but streaming don't get you paid. We figured that out when we found out Billboard is the one controlling the weight of a stream. And it wasn't even Spotify this whole time. Spotify is just an application. Bro, these individuals in the music industry really don't know nothing for real. I feel bad, but at the same time, I cannot protect stupidity. Why would I want to protect stupidity? Because if you protect stupidity, look what we got with Aiden Ross today. You got an idiot talking crazy about a black woman, and he's just going to sit there and think, oh, ain't nobody going to stop me. They can't stop me. Oh, no, we coming. We coming. Them wolves are coming out the forest. They howling right now. All right? Glass Malone started howling. Oh, no, they pulling up. Don't get it twisted. Like I said, all it takes is one phone call. And even if nothing happens right now, it's going to get worse. So go ahead and keep talking crazy. Because it's just going to amplify and multiply what's going to happen. It's not going to be good. I'm not wishing violence, but at the same time, this man deserves to be slapped, punched in his mouth. His mouthpiece should be bleeding with the way he be talking. You can't talk like that about black women thinking you going to get away with it. You can't give out N-word passes thinking that you from this. You must be colorblind because you trying to confuse the blacks with the whites and the whites with the blacks. You out here got reptile vision, snake. The hell?
From their racist bullshit. I'm not expecting everybody to be perfect. I'm not expecting everybody to have the exact same politics and outlook I have. But Aiden Ross is only here because of black people and rappers. So homework for everybody in the chat. Homework is Reduxity's video on Kai Cenat. This video, I've only talked to Reduxity like once or twice. Because Reduxity's like, that's a different level of like laser focus this man has. But this video was a video after my own heart. It was so good and it was so pointed and it did everything I like a video like this to do. And while my videos are often, tinged with old nigga shit, unk shit, as y'all say, this is the type of video I would make if I was in my 20s. But if I take my brain and put it into a 25-year-old me, it would be this video. This is a very, very good video specifically for what we're talking about right now. And you've probably already seen this one, but I'm gonna put it up there anyway because this blew up something crazy. Is this joint right here from Pillboy? 800,000 views in 3 weeks. That's beautiful. So both of those videos really get into the topic. We got to be clear. We always have to remember these are structural challenges. These are structural challenges. Capitalism and white supremacy incentivize certain behavior, and the least scrupulous of us will participate in that behavior to make money. It is what it is. It's hard to, you have to just get everybody to be like, you know what? We're going to sacrifice the money and clout. That's again why I love Speed, even though Speed still does run in some of these circles. Speed is also.
I love both of them. I love Speed and Kai because even though their upbringing was a lot different from how we were, because they started streaming at a young age. So the knowledge and information that they gain is very limited because they got to focus on their stream. So when they go out there and say something wrong, instead of just hating, that's the point where we got to educate. You got to raise the village up, man. This culture ain't selfish. It's not supposed to be selfish. A lot of people can benefit off the culture regardless of where your status is. As long as you give to the culture gonna give back. You better speak on that true fleck. Girl, I got you. Don't even worry about it, Raina. Let me tell you that. But when it comes to supporting streamers, I'll support Speed and Kai for sure. Of course, there's learning that they got to do off stream that makes them an outstanding and better individual. And I see the steps that they're taking. Speed right now living his best life in Africa. Africa is letting him know that you can come back. The whole, wherever he at, wherever he go, they're all letting him know you can come back here. Everywhere else that he went outside of Africa are letting him know, no, don't come here. Isn't that crazy? The simple switch up, forget people explaining it to you just to see it happen in front of you. It's so substantial. He out here dancing with the locals, having good conversation, is good vibe, good energy, zero hate. Anywhere outside of here, he's just getting monkey emojis, banana emojis. People call him monkeys in public. Bro, go where you're loved. Tell the same thing to friggin' Aiden Ross. Stay out of this and stay where you're loved. Stay over there. You built that. Why are you trying to bring your community over here to just disrupt everything we're trying to build up? Times are tough. It's not easy to build up this culture. This ain't a joke. This is a serious thing. And the more that we let it slip through our fingers is the worse that it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Stay over there. You built what you built on your platform. Stay there. You don't need to come here no more. Go find some people to go be around on your stream. Go call some of them rock bands. Go call some of them. Go get some of them pop stars. Go call Kesha. Go call Lady Gaga. Tell them to come on your stream. Why don't you do that? Why are you coming here for? Why are you coming here disrespecting the women, knowing that the women are they literally just they the support system around this culture. They make sure this culture stay afloat. But you want to come here and try to pop the bubble around this mug. Are you crazy? Why do you think everybody's speaking up for? Because you trying to destroy what we built up. Using the backs of the niggers that help you became who you is. Like, that's why I gotta say something. I know I'm not in America. I know I'm Canadian. But you think I'm gonna just sit on my side, on this Canada side, and think the same thing that y'all got, we got here. We got black women all over this place. And you think I'm just not gonna say nothing? Are you crazy? I'm gonna stand on my square. I'm gonna stand right beside everybody else and let them know, like, yo, little boy, you gotta stop it too. Because you acting crazy. That's how people get got. You're not safe. I don't care who you call. You can call the Go-Go Power Rangers. They get beat up too. The hell? Go call the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They got beat unconscious. Call who you want to call. Call Voltron. I swear Voltron got destroyed a couple times. Bruh, you not good, bro. You can't talk like that. You done lost your mind? Now go ahead and call some army soldiers. They can trip and fall too. Bro, listen, one thing about that universe, man. One thing about that universe, when you tip the universe just one side too heavy, it's gonna balance out. You know? Every dog is gonna have his day. Right now, Aiden is having his day. But you know, when day turn to night, that's when them werewolves come out. And them werewolves are vicious. Them werewolves don't play. So, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But you gotta cut it out. Apologies ain't gonna fix this no more. We are way past apologies. I don't even know how you can fix it. Is there even a way to fix this? No. Let's get that out of the way. No. There's no way to fix this. This is how far you've brought it. I don't care what kind of apology you got. Nah, you cook, bro.
Very clearly, purposefully creating space between him and a lot of those types of people.
Oh, I wanted there to be more video, bro, but nah, bro. Like I'm saying, man. This gotta end. And this should be a lesson to everybody. This moment should be a lesson to everybody. This is what happens when you sit on the sidelines long enough. When you bench yourself long enough, it's going to get to a point where they're going to start crossing over here and looking around and seeing how open this space is. Wow. This is the culture they're talking about. I don't see a lot of people around here. But I got a lot of friends with me, so y'all come here. Come here. They got open space right here. Go get yourself a plate. I guess everybody inside. Man, would you look at... There's so much space around here. And they got good food just out on tables. Man, I wonder where everybody went. Huh. That's a lesson, bro. That's a lesson. You can't sit down no more. I know it's difficult. Trust me, I'm right there with you. The economy, everything, life... This ain't a joke, but this is what happens when you just don't. This is what happens when you just don't take care of it. You gotta take care of this. The culture is not to be played with. You gotta take care of the culture, so the culture can evolve and be strong and be great. You can't sit down no more, bro. Listen, there's ways to support this. There's ways to rebuild this. But once we get these walls back up, bro, we gotta maintain this. The heck, how are you supposed to keep this around forever if we don't continue to maintain the walls and the architecture around here? You know? Like, what are we willing to do? What kind of time are we willing to give to this thing? So we can make sure that we can keep it up and keep the lights on around here and make sure that gate is closed over there. Like, they have black women, but use their voice to include an AI. Look at Zanaya Monet. Yo, don't even get me started on social media, especially like Instagram or TikTok, how they're using AI dark-skinned women to push and promote things, and the people that own the platforms are not even black. Zanaya Monet is one thing, but what's going on with AI is stepping outside of music and stepping into influencer lifestyle, using AI influencers to push influence marketing. For people that don't know about influence marketing, it's straightforward. You use a popular influencer or a very good-looking influencer to push and promote your product or business, whatever. That's all it is. It's the same thing that's going on with Drake and Aiden Ross in the Rico case. The same thing. That was influencer marketing that they use to bring in all these users into the website for stake. Same thing. You got two big influencers. You got Aubrey and you got Piss Boy Aiden. Put them together, boom. Flood everything to stake. They get money. They get money thrown back at them. Same thing. Just, now look at AI. Look what AI doing. You know? This ain't no joke, bro. This is some real ish right here. I'll tell you that right now. Gatekeeping must happen with people who care about the culture. Amen. Amen. But it's tough nowadays because the culture just be letting anybody in this mug. So how you gonna gatekeep it when the door is wide open? That's the biggest challenge. And me personally, I don't even think you can do that. So the best thing you can do is just maintain this area, this surface area that we got. All this space that we have, just gotta maintain it some way and somehow. I'll tell you that. But it's gonna be a challenge now that it's gotten to this level. Bro. All it took was one person. All it took was one person. It took the right mother to let everybody know enough's enough. You know what I'm saying? It's a wicked world, man. Real talk. Real talk, bro. Ugh. Man, I just don't know. It's getting to a point where I'm just like I'm like, it's just like being fed up is not even enough, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nice analogy. What's good, Malcolm? What's popping, bro? Thank you for stopping by. We're too welcoming, too loving. You better talk about it, because we've gotten too soft. But, you know, that's how the world wants people. The world rather have people that are soft than people that can stand up and do something, you know? That's the conditioning, though. That's that mental conditioning. That's what it be. All right, Whack 100 checks Aiden Ross after TDE calls about. I don't even want to watch that no more. Sean C. Oh boy, 21 minutes. Let me check the time real quick. Everybody doing good though? Everyone's all right? What's popping with the flex mob? Everyone doing okay? Because I know this can get heavy. I know topics like this can get heavy, but, you know, I just want to make sure everyone good. You know? I said, I'm not. F everybody. Kinda. Yes, shout out to Quickie for sending the Discord link. Tap in with us at the Flexion Mind Network Discord. Listen, we have a lot of great conversations. We have a lot of fun. We keep it music. We don't keep no drama around our Discord. We ain't got no time for that. Please understand that. I've been saying that since day one. I want to keep it music. I want to keep it towards topics that we have where we can have outstanding conversations. And if that's what you like, if that's your vibe, come tap in with us at Discord. I promise you, as long as you come in on good vibes, you come in here with respect and love, we're going to take care of you. That's how we work. All right? I just want to make that clear. Every person that we have in the Discord, they're well taken care of. Everybody good. We ain't got no issues like that around the Discord, all right? So if that sounds like something you like, make sure you tap in with that link right there. All right? Let me go ahead and hit this record button. All right, I think this might be the last video for today. I don't know yet. I do have a video by Wayno, but I feel like he's going to be voicing a lot of things that I've been talking about throughout this live, so we might move that one to the side. That might be the video I might let go, because we did watch Wayno the other day. So I feel like I wanna spread out, get some more reactions from other content creators about this. And one of those individuals is Sean C. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in with this video right here. This one's called the Doechii Hate. ... So let's go ahead and get started and lock in, shall we? Let's make it happen. Yo, you, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel. We love that music. We love that hip-hop. But listen, when it comes to the hip-hop news and the hip-hop drama, sometimes we got to step up and step out. We got to talk. We can't stay inside forever. One of these moments is that moment, and we're stepping into that right now. So we're going to continue the Doechii Appreciation Week. Okay, let's keep it real. We're probably on like, what, the 3rd day right now? Probably going to go into the 4th day. But nah, we stand for Doechii. We stand for black women. Am I right, Anthony? That black woman poetry. Come on now. Look, let's get started with the video, because y'all know I like to yap. I'm trying to control myself right now. It's not easy. But make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what's about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what's about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. And let's keep going, bro. Let's check out this video real quick.
Doechii has a track with SZA that I've been spammed with the last few days. This is another reason why I think it's important for women to have a space in the world. Because if they don't, who's going to listen? Me. I'm going to listen. I always listen. Always listening. Oh shit, drums.
Sipping my kombucha on a rooftop, smoking.
Wait, I didn't even. Whoa.
Count my sheep, then I catch my zine stars. Why sell my soul when I know I'm God?
Go skip the reaction.
That's a great zoom out. Doechii's so odd to talk about musically, because I'm just like, I always struggle trying to like find where she like belongs, and I know that sounds like a diss. Like, I think she's got enough presence and identity on the song like to carry it, you know, full way through. But niggas saying she's fire gang, and that's always been my thing with Doechii. Like, it's always been music that I've liked. But I'm like a I wouldn't say Doechii fan. I'm more of like I enjoyed Doechii more before this current era or art, probably 2023 and maybe a little before. It was some version of her that I really liked, and I forgot which record really popped off for her in 2023.
Yo, Quickie, you didn't need to bring in that word, bro.
But that's when I was like, yo, nah, she really got it, or I feel it in this one a lot. With the Alligator Bites Never Heal joint, obviously it's an amazing display of her abilities. I just felt like that album like leaned too heavily on like its influences, you know. And I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing and that you can't reference anybody or you can't sound like anything or anybody else, but I just felt more of that than I felt like Doechii personally.
So he prefers Doechii from the beginning of her career, basically. It's valid.
And that doesn't mean that she's untalented. That doesn't mean that she's
all right, bet.
A bad artist or anything like that. I certainly wouldn't say she's an industry plant. And I think she's within her right to respond back and talk to all of those people that said that she was an industry plant or that she didn't deserve the spot that she's in right now, or that, you know, she didn't work hard. You know, that's the implication that comes with industry plant. That's the implication that comes with, you know, you suspecting that there's some type of artificial intervention with somebody's career. You know, that's what you're basically saying. You're not good enough to get here on your own. I get why, you know, somebody that works as hard as Doechii does has put as much effort into planning out her music videos, her rollouts, her performances. She's a very good performer. Create whatever imagery that she's trying to create in her music videos. I mean, I see all of that. I see the effort constantly. So I never take that away from her, even if she doesn't make music that I really like gravitate to her all the time. So, I mean, whoever she's talking to or the amount of people that she's talking to, 100%, I agree with her. She should come back at them. She should say something to them. She should, you know, put them in their place. Because not only do those people not represent people who genuinely want to hear good hip-hop music, they represent a side that just shouldn't be interacted with socially. They're a bunch of social rejects for the most part. They don't contribute to anything outside of trying to stir up discourse that there doesn't need to be any discourse about.
Hey, King Hammer, we miss you too, bro. Real talk.
I do think that if you're going to ask something like that from somebody like Doechii.
And Tiff, as a black woman, your point is very valid. I don't listen to her music. I'm just not with the disrespect. That's completely valid because it's not necessarily tied to the music. They're trying, like Aiden Ross is trying his hardest to tie everything to the music, which is why he's continued to say industry plant, they're botting, this, that, etc. You're trying your hardest to make it about music, but the things that you're saying out of your dirty mouth is way beyond music. You're stepping into race. It's racism, sexism, colorism that we're stepping into. That's the realm that you're stepping into. When you call a woman a dirty ish, when you call a woman a piece of ish, that's the realm that you're stepping in. That's not music anymore. You're outside music when you talk crazy like that about black women.
I don't see why you wouldn't have also said the same thing about Ice Spice. I don't see why you wouldn't have asked the same question about Lotto. Like, these are two people that, you know, happen to be, and this just adds to her, you know, dark skin narrative. I mean, these are two people that also had a very quick rise to superstardom that nobody really seemed to question. I mean, Ice Spice got, you know, connections and songs and features with Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, like, very early on.
Look at the blessings that's a good point. Look at the blessings that Ice Spice has gotten. And look at how Doechii had to build herself up. You can't sit there and say this ain't about colorism when it comes to the music. You know what I'm saying? It's wicked work, but to navigate this thing, it's not a joke.
Like, without dropping any music that I felt was controversial enough to be good enough, outside of the fact that people looked at her as an attractive light-skinned girl with a fat ass. I can't look at her and be like, yeah, no, she's crazy for saying that, when all these other things exist in the same vein. Like, you can't look at me and be like, oh yeah, they're calling her an industry plant for justifiable reasons, when I never heard some of these accusations levied at people that you would expect them to be levied at if you were keeping the same energy or keeping the same logic. Those two don't get any accolades. Doechii has a Grammy already, very different. I don't really think it's that different, especially prior to the Grammy nomination. They were still saying that. Like, where did this Doechii girl come from? You can't call her crazy when you see those things or blatant hypocrisies, and then you see that there are people that aren't willing to entertain.
I got a point to make about the whole Grammy thing, because the one thing about the consumer that I've learned is that the consumer is waiting for the music to come to them. That's the one thing I've learned about the consumer, the average consumer that just consumes music. They're waiting for good music to be brought to their to their phones or whatever platform, right? At that point, they're relying on algorithms to give them ideas of who they should listen to. And then it's up to the consumer to give that individual a chance. For anybody that was tapped in with me on Discord yesterday, I went live on Discord and I showed off my process for finding music. The way I find music is that I would go on Spotify and I would either go to New Music Friday or the Release Radar playlist. And it would give me a bunch of artists that dropped music on that Friday to listen to. And all I got to do is start listening to those individuals to find music. A lot of people that listen to Doechii, especially in her early career, that's not like given. Like, you got to find that. A lot of people found Doechii's YouTube page and they fell in love instantly. You know, you might have it pop up on your homepage, but that's not for everybody. That's for a small, minute percentage of people that follow that kind of lifestyle for that to come up on their platforms. So already the average consumer, they're going to assume Doechii doesn't exist. She came out of nowhere because it wasn't brought to their front door. Not realizing that she's been dropping hits for years. Her biggest hit that she had, What It Is. Everybody was singing it, but nobody knew who it was until you saw her perform on stage. And wasn't that at the Grammys? That she performed that on stage? The same girl that won the Grammy for her mixtape was the same girl that just popped out and performed on the stage. Nobody realized it was her singing that song. A hit song everybody loved, especially on TikTok. What I'm saying is that the average consumer is lazy and they don't even want to bother to look for music. There's a lot of talent out there, but sometimes you got to find it. Doechii's one of those talents.
Those conversations. I don't think any of that's really called for in this context, but I also don't think that I have to try so hard, because there are going to be people like that. They're going to try extra hard to make it.
Nintendo, that's going to happen. CDs are going to make a comeback. Physical copies are going to make a comeback again because streaming is struggling.
Seem like they're Doechii's biggest fan. And I don't think you have to be disingenuous to admit that she's got a point and also be like, you know what? I'm going to still, be on the side of I'm just not the greatest or the biggest fan. That's just what it is. I had a huge problem with Aiden Ross saying what he said about Doechii when she had that whole little blow up at the Met Gala. I do feel like it was incredibly overblown, a reaction to it. And I felt like this is coming from a different place of like malice. When we're talking about somebody that just had a bratty moment at an award show, now she's like a piece of shit, a bitch, all these other things. Meanwhile, Aiden Ross talks to anti-Semitic Kanye West, who references Adolf Hitler in his music videos and has a music review done on the phone with him. But he's like a genius. He's a great artist. He's all these amazing things. He doesn't say nothing to him about those things. And I guess this is kind of my issue, is people feel comfortable saying certain shit about some people and very uncomfortable saying.
Ron, that's one big way, or that's one big reason why a lot of people hate Doechii too. There's a lot of variables that goes into the Doechii hate. You got to keep that in mind too. There's a lot of lanes that brought in this Doechii hate. So it's not just one, it's multiple. It's like an LA highway damn near.
Certain shit about others. And this is kind of like the larger point of, oh, what type of space are you creating where these people that aren't even within the same culture feel so comfortable saying the craziest shit about somebody that they know they're not going to get any backlash for saying this thing about, versus them having to toe the line whenever they come in contact with someone who's accepted as one of the greats and somebody that you can't ever disrespect. So what culture or what ecosystem have you been creating or funding or helping platform to where these dudes are okay with saying some shit like that, not fearing any backlash or any public, negative reaction to the things that they're saying? And that's kind of my issue with it. Not necessarily that people can't speculate about where Doechii came from or speculate about whether or not she makes good music. It's just about how you talk about this person despite not being their biggest fan. And the way they talk is just, I don't know, somebody in there or in their crowd or in their vicinity has made them feel like it's just good saying whatever the fuck comes to mind. And I don't think that should be the reality. I don't think that should be the space that you help create or help support. You know what I'm saying? You hear shit like that, especially within the same culture or being of the same culture of the person that these words are being said about, it should make you uncomfortable. It make me uncomfortable. I feel like people will say a lot of female rappers are the same and that we need some diversity within the game. We get that, and people aren't receptive to it because they don't like the aesthetic, I guess you're trying to say. I will, like I said, and that's another part of this that I think needs to be entertained. I don't personally, and this is a separate conversation about Doechii, but I don't personally think that the music that she makes is unique enough for people to be like she's ushering in a new brand of hip hop. I personally have not heard that type of music from her. Despite me thinking that she's a good rapper and me thinking that she knows how to make good music, I don't think that it's unique enough for me to also be like, this is the ushering in of a new era. I don't think that. I don't.
Blame it on the Doechii, got you feeling low. Y'all wanna.
It's like, and I know that you.
Hey, this is a great example right here, because dudes like this can't comprehend the kind of ish Doechii talking about, bro. This is a really good example right here. I don't know who this individual is, but just the look on his face. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Do say got you feeling low. Y'all wanna.
It's like,
just look how he's just looking around. He trying to understand what's going. He's like, man, this ain't lit. This ain't hype. Man, how am I supposed to like this if this is just lame? Bro, this doesn't even sound like I can play this at a party. Bro, not all music is about partying, bro. But you know, when you had the same thing go on for about 15 years where it evolves into different sounds, but at the end of the day, it's for the same idea. A lot of people weren't conditioned to think that way. That's that mental conditioning that comes with music.
Like, and I know that you're sending me this because you want me to see what it is that he's saying, but it's like, when did people ever look at this as like a metric for what is or isn't good music? I do.
The people running the industry. That's a good point. Because why is this individual considered a metric to helping us make better music? But looking industry-wise, hey, bro.
I think that the harder you work, the more opportunities you get. And Doechii has shown herself to be a very hard worker. I'll just give her that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people value the idea of what you put in.
Hey, Saga, you want to know the reason to your question? Why do grown men want to be popular amongst 14-year-olds? Lames. Them 14-year-olds got the parents' credit card running up their bill. So a lot of people are trying to take advantage of the fact that they might be holding their parents' credit card at that moment. And if you have about 100 to 200 people holding their parents' credit card thinking about clicking, well, that's revenue.
It is ultimately what you're going to get out. You're going to get that out after a certain point. If you keep, you know what I'm saying, digging, you're going to eventually hit diamond.
Just look at this, man. Just look at this. Just look at that for a second. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of ish she is. She has zero talent. You think I want to sit down when I hear something like that? Especially against somebody that looks like me, that has the same skin color as me. You think I want to sit down and just let it go by me? Just let it float over my shoulder? No. Stand up.
You're going to eventually hit goal. You're going to hit something that you've been looking for if you just keep going. And I don't think people I don't think people understand the concept of what that means. What you plant, the seeds that you plant, you know what I'm saying? The fruits of your labor. I don't think they understand those concepts. And I think she's probably just getting back the things that she's put in for years now at this point. But I also want to ask when people like this or even this ever became like the gold star or the metric for which people judge what was or wasn't good music ever. You think a stable Ronaldo stream is going to be what I would have looked to 10 or 15 years ago, assuming that you would have put his face anywhere and associated with hip hop? This would have been the guy for me to go to and be like, yeah, this is going to be the new best music that's going to come out. I'm going to this dude or I'm going to Aiden Ross for their opinions about music. No, I'm not.
These types of streamers are obviously not the most credible sources of music critique, but they do have huge amounts of young impressionable viewers.
Yeah, but at the same time, if this dude would have come out and be like, yo, y'all got to stop disrespecting Doechii, I don't think there will be enough of them to be like, yeah, nah, he's right.
Don't kill me, Ron.
I think after a certain point, it's a circle jerk. And you're just feeding what some of these people come into your, stream wanting to hear. I don't think at this point, I think it's too large for somebody like this to control it, I think it's embedded within an American culture more than it is, streamers can come in and dictate what it is that their audience thinks. They're very much so going to niggas exactly like this to hear them say something negative about a black woman. They are. They're going into the music or to the records like this. When do they interact with black music that when it comes from a woman? When do they ever do that? When do they ever interact with black art that comes from a woman? Ever. Never. And have anything insightful to say about it or to pull away from it. They don't have anything insightful to say about men who make hip hop that are black either. But especially in this vein, what the fuck do you think you're gonna grab out of this?
I don't understand what's so hard for people to admit that they're an industry plant. It's a very easy concept. When you sign to a label, when you sign with an agency,
it's like, bro, you hear this and you're like, what am I doing?
No glaze.
This is what happens when you have individuals that just don't know but have a platform, say a bunch of garbage. What I've been saying this whole time, this media space is real. Let's make that clear. The media space is a very big struggle to navigate. This ain't easy to do. Please understand me. Live streaming is a part of the media space. This is not a joke. All right? Because once you start talking about your digital footprint, then we can have a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful how you navigate this. Even the way that I'm talking is, I gotta be careful too. Because if I want to take this channel somewhere, I have to be mindful with how I speak. I can say and use whatever words I can put together in a sentence to make it sound sexy. But I just gotta be mindful of how I speak. Because you just never know who would want to pick you up, right? But this media thing is not a joke. Not everybody deserves a camera. I'm looking at this dude right here with what he just said.
It's so hard for people to admit that they're an industry plant. It's a very easy concept. We
already had the conversation about this. We've had this conversation multiple times. We had conversation that was alluding to this. We had conversations that was adjacent to this. We had conversations all around this. This kind of talk is stupid. This kind of talk is, it's you don't know anything. You're not knowledgeable. We've watched the videos. We've learned together about how this thing works, and we're continuing to learn. We're never going to stop learning because there's so much to this, and we've learned a lot. So when we hear individuals like this, all of us in this chat that's been around for a minute, we all know what he's saying is complete BS, right? But he doesn't know. He's a part of the consumer base that I'm talking about that doesn't have Doechii brought to his front door. So he will never know about her music. So of course he's going to assume she's an industry plant. But don't even bother to do your own research and look into this artist. But you want to immediately talk bad because you don't know her or you never heard her before. So you're going to assume the worst. Bro, we don't play that here. We don't play that around here. Not at the Flexion Mind Network. We don't do that.
sign to a label, when you sign with an agency,
it's like, bro, you hear this and you're like, what am I doing?
No glaze when I say this, but there was a time when people used to you, Tabby, Miami and etc. for music taste validation or opinion discovery. Now the new gen go to Arden Ross, XQC and Ronaldo. Used to be organic, if that makes sense.
Now the new gen go to Aiden Ross, XQC, and Ronaldo. No. Because the issue is they've never, ever shown a love for music, ever. It's not like, okay, boom, here's people that we listened to or looked at for some type of musical thoughts or music commentary or musical reaction or reviews or something like that before. And then the next group of people came after that and started looking at these people. And I get what you're saying 100%. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that these people have never, ever shown any interest in trying to find music that wasn't readily available to them and saying just like the most outlandish or dumbest thing that comes to their mind about it. Because they're more concerned with their viewership than they are concerned about the music that they're talking about. It's never been about the music with people like this. It's always been about, how do I entertain my audience? And it's difficult to prioritize the music.
Y'all hear what he just said about entertaining your audience? How do I entertain my audience? Especially knowing that the audience that they have, they're losing brain cells the more they watch and interact with these individuals. How do I entertain my audience? Then you look at what Aiden Ross is saying. Then you look at how Academics was talking. How do I entertain my audience, huh? It's crazy.
That they're talking about. It's never been about the music with people like this. It's always been about, how do I entertain my audience? And it's difficult to prioritize the music while you're trying to entertain your audience, I guess, to an extent. But for people that genuinely just like to do that, they like to talk about music, they like to have musical discourse. It's not gonna be.
Please, Saga, please decompress, bro. You know what I'm saying? Please decompress, because I know this is a lot and I know this is heavy, especially with the lives that we live, knowing that we got to wake up and go to work to get that little paycheck. Trust me, it's not a joke. Take care of yourself. Have a great night, and just relax, lay back, find some peace, and keep being outstanding. All right, please take care of yourself. Real talk.
Be like a hard balancing act, but what do you expect? Like, what is it that you're gonna get from people like this? Like, there is no next generation. I do want you to understand that, though. There is not a next generation beyond what it is that y'all got in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 with musical discourse. There isn't. Like, as far as next generation is concerned, I don't see next generation that's like large and popping off within the streaming space, more specifically, that talks specifically about or likes to do deep dives on music. I don't see that. Like, the next generation of streamers that interact with and try to break down or listen to
Amen. Black is beautiful. You talk about it.
Music or try to have conversations about it are literally dudes that have these niggas' numbers. I cannot trust your opinion about music if Drake is DMing you. I cannot trust your opinion about the new record that's coming out when you will not be genuine about how you feel about it. I cannot do those things.
You think you could just get this song cleared from the people who originally made this beat? No, you.
Do you even know who originally made the beat? The beat?
Had a fucking label do it, stole it, and got pushed on TikTok.
Jesus Christ. I don't even.
You have to have it cleared to have the song out. You see what I'm talking about? You have to have the sample cleared to have the song on your damn page. To be a part of your catalog, you need it cleared. Look at what happened with Tory Lanez. And I forgot the name of the song. It was like something Waterfall. Man, I forgot it, but I remember when the song came out with the album, and the song immediately got taken off because whatever sample that was on that song wasn't cleared. And they had that, whoever had that song, the original song, took it down. You need samples cleared to be a part of your catalog, to be part of that album.
Even, like, do you argue with that? You don't put serious time into trying to debate an argument like this. It's not real. It's not genuine. It's as artificial as he thinks Doechii's rise to superstardom is. It's manufactured to fall within a certain narrative because you refuse to engage with it critically. So it's easier for you to just say what everybody else is saying and be like, yeah, no, industry plan. Because I know I'm not going to get any pushback on that, which is my issue with people that have a supposed voice within the streaming community, people that have a voice anywhere. They use it to be safe. When it comes to something that genuinely matters or something that they could actually, you know what I'm saying, like receive some pushback against, they're so safe.
No, not to
They say nothing in regards to trying to be critical of what the status quo is. They just go and toe the line. It's the same old every single time, bro. I don't think that these people are the ones to engage with anything critically. Like, they're losers for the most part. They don't contribute to anything, societally speaking. It's just like, what...
I would like to remind y'all, this dude's a gamer. There's a reason why I'm watching this video. His mind is very impressive, for lack of a better term.
Hard for me to take any opinion or thoughts from these people seriously. Like, what is it that you, when do you even interact with society? What do you even know about people, like regular people? Honestly, a bit of it is an issue with his black content creator friends. Maybe if somebody of influence or somebody within his life took the disrespect towards this person seriously, and say, you know what, I gotta cut you off, or I gotta be like, yeah, nah, this ain't cool, this ain't gonna fly, because you feel too comfortable saying this. It's not necessarily about Doechii, like I said before. It's who you talking to. You shouldn't feel this comfortable talking this way about certain people. And the issue with, you know, Glasses down here, the issue with them is just that they are coming at this from the perspective of someone who has no power or influence or position in Aiden Ross's mind. So it don't mean anything for them to tell him, oh yeah, you can't say this and that, because at the end of the day, he can say, I'm not listening to you because I'm not going to lose anything. There's no consequence to not obeying what it is that you're telling me. There's nothing that you can say to me.
black woman.
But the issue is the people that are black, that are within his life, that are co-signing it, that want to gain something from him so bad, that care more about the connection to Aiden Ross than the connection with their own culture. And so people like this feel comfortable saying dumb shit like he just did for 2 minutes straight or however long at a time and having no consequence. Drake will come.
Nintendo, it started with the Meg Thee Stallion. The hate started from Meg Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez for sure. Amplified by Academics. And remember who Academics' friend is, Aiden Ross. So just looking at the timeline of that, that's how you understand how this all started for real.
Comfortably go on his stream and talk about XYZ, never bring this part up, never talk about how you need to get better, you need to act right when you talk about certain people. These things go unaddressed. Why even interact? What insight do you expect to gain from an Aiden Ross ever? And if you didn't expect to gain any insight from him, why would you ever interact earnestly and think that, oh yeah, this is about to be an insightful conversation where he can gain something from my perspective, where he's coming into it not wanting to listen to anybody, but he just wants to be right. He wants his feelings and his points and his narratives to be validated by the people that he feels safe with, which is why he connected himself so closely to Andrew Tate, which is why he connected himself so closely to the Manosphere, because he said things that he thought people wanted to hear to help garner and maintain an audience. That's all his MO is. That's how most of these streamers get into any position of popularity. They just keep regurgitating shit that they think people want to hear, and then when it comes time for them to actually give how they genuinely feel about something, they muzzle themselves because they know their audience isn't going to like it. So he's just parroting what his audience wants to hear from him. That's why I said at this point, you've built, your foundation is being built off of a group of people that want to see you disrespect certain things in certain cultures. So even if you did have a premonition, if you did decide that you wanted to vocalize it, you're threatening chopping down your whole hierarchy. You're chopping down your whole foundation to even say something in opposition at this point. So you're just going to be what it is that you are, whether you feel that way genuinely or not, and keep saying the same shit. It's a rinse and repeat cycle. Academics is just knowingly doing it though. Like he'll have these moments where he'll peer out of the darkness for a second and say something that might appear sensible, and then realize that he's getting backlash from his community, and then he'll run right back into his little hole. Like, he does it a lot, and it's fucked up. Aiden Ross doesn't want to be right. He wants to be contrarian. He don't want to be contrarian. Being contrarian would be going against his audience in situations like this. He don't want to be contrarian. He wants to, keep receiving the same accolades, same recognition for saying the shit that people have been saying about people like this for years. He just wants to be the next. He might want to be the next guy. Andrew Tate did the same shit. It wasn't like there was nothing unique about what the fuck some of these dudes were saying that he was so willing to follow. There was nothing unique about what they were saying. It wasn't nothing new, nothing forward thinking, nothing progressive at all. It was just the same old, repackaged into a much sterner exterior. Like, I'm gonna go hard with these things now. I'm gonna say things that sound a little bit ludicrous, but at the end of the day, the message is still the same message, bro. And that's another part of this, like I said, that I already mentioned from the get-go, from the beginning, was that Doechii is kind of like a victim to the whole Kendrick and Drake back and forth, where a bunch of people that were Drake defenders and Kendrick Lamar detractors basically just looked at anything that was coming out of TDE and looked at it with like a bot or an artificial intervention like point of view, because they were just hell-bent on the idea that no type of person in the world would genuinely entertain a record or a piece of art that came from Kendrick Lamar and interact with it earnestly. They were stuck on that for a long time. Whole time the next year, even with Drake releasing a collab record, Kendrick Lamar still outsold him with GNX, unfortunately. And now Drake is also at the crossfire and being accused of botting through the Stake website. We're gonna look at that in a little bit, but I mean, it's like, what are we doing?
Man, that was a hell of a video. I tell you that. This boy is smart. For him to be a gamer with intelligence, of course I'm gonna subscribe. You crazy? If I don't subscribe, I'm dumb. Holy. Y'all saw Ron put the original song in the chat, right? Y'all saw it. Okay. We're talking about samples, right? Okay. And then he followed up. Doechii had to clear it with them specifically because they're the original creators of it. Just like Metro had to get the clearance for clearance from like that for the Barry White estate. Rodney O used it, but it's now his. There you go. All right, and then Anthony had a good point too. You can talk about these things without hate, but you know how these people want it to go, bro. They want to promote the negativity. The negativity equals sales. That's been universal for a couple years. Well, not a couple years, multitude of years now. See, I'm not the only one who's saying it. There you go. But yeah, that's it what it is, man. I just love the fact a lot of people speaking up, bro. This ain't a trend. This is real. All right, let's make that clear. This ain't no trend talk. We're not trying to be trendy right now. Let's get that out the way. This is real talk right here. Right? I know a lot of people can be confused when it comes to these things. But, come on, we're in 2026. If you're still confused and you're not educating yourself, then who's in the wrong at this point? We've all been on this planet for a long time now. At some point, you're going to have to educate yourself for real. It's part of growing up. It's a part of growth. If you're stuck as the same person forever, that means you not learn nothing. And then you're going to let years go by without learning anything. You got to grow up and learn, bro. This learning issue is not a joke. You got to learn, for real. That's all it is. It's just getting a little ridiculous out here, man. Glasses Malone going easy on academics is troubling. Oh, he's live right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, I like the sound of that, you know. Jesus. Just letting you know that Aiden legit sniffed the chair Andrew Tate sat in. Absolutely degenerate. Oh, my Jesus. But that's how he wanted to market himself to his community. That brought in more views. That brought in more followers, subscribers, more revenue for his pocket. Because people, especially the younger generation, because the younger generation be the ones all over them platforms. They all over Twitch. They all over Kick. They like seeing that weird degenerate-ish. They love degeneracy. That's what they love. So they're going to align themselves. They're going to subscribe to that. And they're going to follow those kind of individuals. Which is why they have the community. They have the streaming numbers. And they have that clout that comes with turning on a camera. That's what it is. And then at that point, for the younger generation to move like that, who's parenting them? But that's a conversation for another day, I'll tell you that. Bro, this is all ridiculous. This is all ridiculous. It's just getting to a point where it's just a little weird. It's getting a little strange out here. Like, why is this kind of talk allowed? Knowing that we're not going to like it. But it doesn't matter because it's going viral. Look, Aiden Ross is going viral for something he said, and all these people are interacting and talking. It's as if we're playing into the whole algorithm with digital platforms and digital content. It's like what we're doing is playing into their own hands. When we stand up for Doechii, when we stand up for black women, it's like they want us to be angry so others can get monetized and get their payments. Y'all getting paid off of anger and hate. And then I got to sit here and wonder, how do you fix this? And then when you realize that you can't really fix it, then you understand we cook. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, bro. But what can you do? Glasses said that he didn't see Snackadiddler talking crazy about SZA, but after today's live, they're going to send him all of them clips. Don't kill me, Judy. We've been streaming for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. We exceeded the limit for the stream. I said minimum 2 hours. We have achieved that, but I don't want to keep going and take away all y'all time, right? I feel like we've been here for a good amount of time. We got to a lot of videos. All right, I got a couple uploads I got to work on afterwards. But I don't want to take up too much of y'all time, bro. Trust me. As much as I want to continue the conversation and sit here, bro, I want to get up too. You know, I want to get up and walk around too, you know. But we had a fabulous live today, bro. W Stream, W Flex Mob, W Shadow Mob, W Prime Boys. Y'all already know the vibe. But at this point, this is where we're going to sign out, bro. We've been here long enough. Don't need to be here forever. Don't need to be here for 4 hours like how I used to do this. But, you know, at this point, we can chill out. We can relax. We can get out of here so everybody can go about their day wherever you are in this world. You know, but I appreciate y'all for stopping by like always. I always love seeing y'all pulling up, have the conversations in the chat. That warms my heart. That lets me know y'all engaging with the content, and it's just nothing but love and appreciation for every single individual in this chat, regardless if you're in the foreground or in the background. You know? And tell Dante to get out voice chat. Why is he in voice chat? Talking about Prime Boys. But look, lovely stream, first time here, but liked it. I appreciate you for tapping in and stopping by, bro. I thank you. Thank you for real. Don't be shy now. Come tap in with us on the Discord. Trust me. We have a lot of good conversations over there. You might like what you hear. You know? I appreciate you. Thank you, bro. Real talk. But, boy, I gotta relax. I gotta relax, bro. But I'll be in the Discord. I'll be in the Discord. Don't worry. We're gonna be in the voice chat. We're gonna have wow, words are hard. We're gonna have the usual conversation that we always have. So it's gonna be a vibe over there, you know. But I want to lie back a little bit. He been in there since yesterday. There's no way. Anyway, we out of here, bro. We out of here. Y'all know the vibe. Thank you for stopping by. Like always, I appreciate y'all forever. Man, I said Malcolm Fex. I'm just a guy, bro. Have a good one. Thank you, Judy. Take care. Have a great day. Enjoy your night. All right. Yeah, I'm just a guy, bro. What are you talking about? Anyway, y'all know the spiel. Take care. Be well. Be safe. Stay true. Be you. Damn. Live long and long live. Peace. You grabbing food? All right, bet. Yes, definitely shout out to Judy.